Hey everybody, it's Jade El Coro here at the Aimless Cook, and on today's episode we're going to be making a pea soup. Now, pea soup has been enjoyed since about 500 BC with the ancient Greeks, but today I'm going to be making my version with some green split peas and some lentils, as well as I'm going to be adding a couple ham hocks that I roasted and drizzled with maple syrup. Yeah, this is going to be a great recipe and it's happening right now on the Aimless Cook. Now we're going to start by making a stock. Now I got a couple tablespoons of olive oil in a 6-quart stock pot on medium heat. And to that I'm going to add a roughly chopped onion, a couple carrots, and about 3 stalks of celery, and I'm going to sweat them out for about 6 to 8 minutes. Now, near the end I'm going to add about 3 cloves of chopped garlic at the last minute. Once I've sweated that out, I'm going to add in a couple of ham hocks. Now these are ham hocks that I roasted in the oven at 350 and I drizzled some maple syrup on them until they got golden brown. Once I've added the ham hocks, I'm going to fill the pot with water and let it come to a boil. Now the moment it starts to boil, I'm going to turn down the heat to medium and let it simmer for at least 2 hours. When the stock is done, take out the ham hocks and set them aside. We're also going to strain out the vegetables and discard them. Put the stock back on the stove and add a couple of medium diced potatoes and about 1.5 to 2 cups of dried split peas. You're also going to season with a bit of thyme and a couple of bay leaves. Let it simmer again for another hour until the peas are done and the potatoes are falling apart. While the soup simmers, take the meat off the bones of the ham hocks and chop into bite-sized pieces and then set them aside. When the soup is done, skim the surface to get rid of the foam. Next, we're going to use an immersion blender to puree the soup until we get the desired consistency. Add in the ham and stir everything together to combine. Season with salt and pepper to taste, and you're ready to serve. Pea soup has been made for ages, and during that time has been refined and reinterpreted over the years. There are many different variations of this recipe all over Europe, as well as places like the Caribbean and right here in Canada. Since we're using dried peas and ham hocks in this recipe, it's a very cheap dish to put together. Now you can serve this dish in many ways. You can serve it with a drizzle of maple syrup with a side of crusty bread. You can add crema for richness, or just eat it plain. They're all delicious. So that is my recipe for pea soup. I hope you enjoy it, take it home, and make it yours, which brings me to my question of the day. What was your favorite soup growing up? Let me know in the comments down below, and we will see you next time. Ingredients for today's show provided by Kingsland Farmers Market.